saying, don't ever rush summer. You don't want to rush summer in. Thank you very much for joining here. If you're new to the channel, look around, have some fun. Also, I got some talk to say, and say the talk. Well, Fred, now I know you want to light up where your RV's at. How big of a light do you want? You want something that, like you saw in the front, the one like I did, those big lights? Or you want those little ones that are about 15 inches or so, 8 inches? Now, they do a great job, just good as the big ones, but they're not as super bright, real bright like that, but they will be bright enough to light up that side of the area. Two do a good job. And you can have them on 50% versus having on at, 100% and then go down to 0, or 100% going down to 30 after 30 seconds and not lighting up. You have to make a choice. Solar panel, small panels, solar panel, big panels. Small ones, they're really nice. Got a couple of nice small ones, and they are, regular without remote, and some with remote. And they're inexpensive, and they do the job, and they stay lit. And the ones in the back, for me, they do a good job, and the one in the front stays on. Yeah, so it's a choice you got to really make. Well, I'm not on my bike today. I'm not going to put another tire on, and I won't have a chain on it, or I'm not going to change the tube. That 40-year-old Bianchi tire tube, man, is about to give anyway. At least I had my bike right. But when FedEx promises you a Saturday delivery, they don't deliver Saturday, so Monday. And earlier expected delivery, they said they knew Saturday they weren't going to deliver. DJI, you like pulling people's legs. Yeah, when you ask for firmware, you don't give it. You question them. Well, what can we do with the camera? How can we help you fix your camera? Firmware. And no matter how many times you say that, they won't do it. Or someone to get their package of their items, and they may be able to offer Ohio Fred some help when they get theirs. Yes, indeed. And I tell you, they'll be happy. Say, hey, maybe I could use this for the gazebo. Yes, my gig user, you're getting one. I'm not giving you a little one. I'm giving you a mini one. And I did the best I can because we're helping you out to see if we can light up that particular area with one of the RGB wireless lights, LEDs, motion detection. And it should be bright enough. It's not a super bright one, but it will decorate, do many different things. Give you Halloween, Christmas lighting, and give you any type you want to set up for yourself. You do it via the smartphone. And once it's all set up, you're good to go. And I believe I've given you a floodlight with a motion detection security one. And that should be pretty bright indeed. And they all run off of 110. I can't use 110 by me. I like solar. And that's what I like. So I hope you enjoy what I gave you. 3 good things from the heart. Oh, thanks DJI, but this is more important than you. A new street tree will be planted at this location. So a tree is going to be put there, and it's already going to be grown, and it's going to be really fantastic to give, for the environment, especially by the park. But when you ask for one, do they do it? I'm sure they do. And that's what things are all about. DJI, may I have downgraded firmware? Oh, I'm sorry, but could you let us know what's the matter with your camera? And we want to really check it out to make you really happy. They won't do it. I didn't even hear that beep go on this time. I'm not sure. Maybe it's my hearing. I don't know. It could be DJI just acting up. And let me tell you, people are praising their cameras, saying how great they are. Not just DJI. Sony's coming out. Sony came out, and all we hear is speculations. While Sony did not and did release the information. Now, what are they going to say? Oh man, oh, look at this. They really went way beyond what I needed to wanted in the camera. Well, maybe you should speculate on a third generation now, because what you got in the second generation was way too much or way too little. Speak the truth. And let me tell you, I wish they would make that little beep at the beginning a little louder. Maybe they could offer for people that are starting to not be able to hear things. I'm sorry, my ear's a little bit clogged today. I can hear the other tones, the start down and the shut down, more than I can hear the start up. Is it just me, or could it be all? So, in the DJI Action 4, what I would love to see, we already got Bluetooth connecting to your smartphone, right? Why can't we have Bluetooth connecting to a wireless mic? And DJI, you could pick a third-party person if you like, or you could do it yourself. Let me tell you, you're not going to lose money, and make it a package deal. And this way you can sell it separately when other people want it, but it's not going to work for the OA3 or the OA1. People have been asking for that for the longest time. Also, maybe a removable lens so we can switch to a telephoto lens that we want. Basically, put in, turn one, and it locks into place. Now, we want a built-in ND filter as well. Never mind the video timer, because you got photo timer. Nobody does video timers. Let me go over there and do a scene for you. So let me start the camera and show you. So if I had a 10-second timer and I set it up for a 5-second or a 3-second, at least I could be right here going, hey, I'm Fish. Thank you very much for joining me. Well, that shot's been ruined, because when I hit the start, you saw me start right about here. Oh, that wasn't instant on, and that was a delayed on. Instant on means it goes on in a matter of a split second. And GoPro, they don't have instant on. They don't even have hibernation to the camera or a interruption before shutdown after you hit the stop on quick start. Now, why does GoPro not like DJI? People think they're falling behind. You know what? They put their use to other things. That's what I can say. This is what I can say. Hats off to GoPro. Oh! Exposure value. How did that work? Did this brighten up and darken down? Did it darken down and brighten up? Because DJI is notorious for that, changing the ISO, the EV, the exposure. They just manipulate it when the sun hits this and that. That color sensor, what else does it do? Does it ruin your shots when you do it? Does it make it better? Does the GoPro have the color shots? It sure does. It's right in there. You just don't see it. They opened this up. I'd rather have it closed and not shown. If hibernation or instant on could come on properly every single time, or maybe the first time, it'd be great. But 15 minutes, 14 minutes, and 59 seconds may not be long enough. Some people may want to put a timer to it so they can set it up to their increment levels, like 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, and so forth. Some people are complaining that they can't keep their camera on for a certain amount of time and get their video when they want to do it. But you know what? Other people are smart enough to say that drains the battery down. Why would I want to have it on all the time? Well, you can always plug it in, but the camera won't stay on after a number of times. Don't get me wrong. Action cameras are great. Cameras are great. Filming is great. But why get a camera if you're going to think you may not be able to use it? You're going to throw in the drawer. And because do you edit all the time? That means you're not going to get a camera. Cameras are great if you put it to good use. I put mine into good use now, but I don't put the action camera into good use like that anymore. I use it more on my on-the-go camera that I can grab by hand and take and walk around and do things like so, ride a bicycle, go places, I used to do action sports with RC hobbies and stuff like that. Not as much as I want to. The wind is kicking up. Wind noise reduction is never going to be on because you need to have Pro on to get wind noise reduction on. It's not auto on when you use the camera default. But the problem is, I'm 8 feet away from the camera or less, 6 feet. You really got to be on top of it like so. And then people complain about the focus issue, but the sound quality is there. But now when you get here, I am always talking loud to my camera. My camera's worse than me. I can hear. The camera can't hear at all. So yeah, come with me, DJI. We do selfies, we do vlogs like so, and we keep it about 3 feet. We want a better microphone. We want something that has not just one, not two, and not 2 plus 1. We want maybe 5 microphones. Forget the 4 like the Action 2. Yeah, maybe coming out with the Action 3. You already got an Action 3, so that Action 2's been killed off the market. How do you like that, people? People didn't know that the Action 2 cannot have a second generation, because what are they going to call it? Action 2 Mark 2? Alright. I said my talk, did my talk, and told you my talk. Oh yeah, man. I still got more talk in me, but I am going to go walk and talk. Oh man. I got the road to myself. That's how I like it, man. Don't you love that, baby? Cement City. Speak up. If you don't speak up, nobody's going to hear you. No one's going to listen. Never going to get done. And that's what you got to do in order to get heard. Oh, off we go. Hope the wind don't kill the camera. Well, it was nasty all day yesterday, and I had my solar fan on, and it ran all day. It ran all night. Now it's going to get sunny, and that 10,400 milliamp battery that's in there won't last that full day. So what I've done, I put an additional battery on it, a 7AH. That should be what, less than a 10,000 milliamp battery, or maybe it's 7 times more than a 10,000 milliamp. I don't know, but let me tell you, it did the trick. Exactly what I wanted. Now I got 3 volts lights in the back, and I have them hooked up also to a solar panel. And you know the funny thing is, when it's pouring rain, those suckers were lit. It had enough light to light all those lights up. 51 feet of them. What's that cross? Man, nobody ever's going to tell you what that cross is when you go to a site and they got a bunch of people, because everybody else is looking for the answers. But there are always a couple of good people out there. But anyway, I said a lot, did a lot, and I talked a lot, and I shared a lot. And I hope to see you on many other videos to come. I'm about out of here, and have a great day. See you later.